What makes a great doctor? Board certifications or maybe specialties? Or curiosity and commitment to personalized care? Our guest today is one of the few doctors dedicated to expanding her toolkit and offering all available treatment options to her patients. This is the story of bioenergetic medicine with Dr. Ashley Salomon. Dr. Salomon, so good to see you again. You're one of my favorite doctors and people out there, and I just saw you last week. So thank you for coming back, and it's great to see your face so quickly. When I saw you in LA the other week, you were just coming back from a Dr. Joe Dispenza event, and you were, I think, still high off of it and not getting sleep. You said, how are you feeling now, a week or two outside of that event?
That's a great question. I'm actually feeling even better. I think because to be honest, didn't have that much time to sleep there. We were doing so much meditation. My favorite was this 4 a.m. pineal gland meditation. I had just the most incredible experience, one of the best I've had in meditation. And I've been meditating almost 20 years now. But I will say I kind of had that, I was running on empty when you saw me. And then I kind of crashed a little bit, had to keep up with my clinic and patients and work. And now I'm just in this great steady state where I'm motivated to make sure I'm not just doing like a short meditation, but a really solid, at least an hour meditation a day. Sometimes I fit it in when my kids are asleep. But it's really been good for me. I think I tend to have a nervous system as a sensitive person that can get a little off kilter fast, and I can get into a state of having to do things and thinking too much and not being in my body. So I will say just the hour plus of meditation a day we're doing right now has just been incredible. I feel just very embodied. I feel like I can regulate my nervous system faster.
Yeah, me and you are the same in that sensitive type and always in our heads and racing. And that's why things like meditation and doing it right and going to these events like Dr. Dispenza's, so many others out there are so essential. And I know we have been in that spot. We've recorded. We still got to finalize it, by the way, our sensitive podcast series.
Let's do it. Let's do it, Casper.
So much about being sensitive isn't just ruminating your head and overthinking things or even being, I would say, introverted. It's picking up on the very subtle energy of things.
Absolutely.
Right. And that brings us to, the story. This is all about bioenergetics. And I believe energy medicine is the future. You believe that, I know as well. But I want to kind of like set the framework because so many people like, what is energy medicine and what is bioenergetic medicine? What is it to you?
Great question. I'm going to keep this concise because obviously it's a topic that we could talk about for hours and hours.
Yes.
Let's start with bioenergetic medicine. I think the idea is that we have a biofield. We know this. We've measured it. We've measured energy centers in the body, which have been also called chakras, and we've measured meridians in the body. So we know that our body responds to certain frequency. Certain frequencies resonate with certain tissues in the body, certain organs in the body, even certain bugs in the body, which is one thing that's wonderful about a lot of the new machines, many of which are from Germany, out that can actually say, hey, there's a frequency of a parasite in your body, or there's a frequency that's not quite in match with who you should be, or your tissue is not quite resonating at an optimal frequency compared to healthy tissue. So we do know from science as well now that our body resonates with frequency. But I think on top of that, we're figuring out how we can tune into the bioenergetic field, and that's with energy medicine. And it's interesting. I feel like the term energy medicine just keeps broadening with time. Like I feel like the meditations I'm doing every day, and I've sensed this a long time ago when I first started meditating. I was having all these mystical experiences that I didn't know what was going on. But what I realize now, it's because our bodies, when we are in more resonance, they really tap into the energetic fields all around us that we can't see, right? So our bodies are so interesting in that way. And there's a lot more space in our body that is just space than actual physical form. So I think that's all beautiful because I think more and more is going to get unraveled with the levels of healing we can have from just understanding this. And then I would also say, so I've mentioned machines as part of energy medicine, that there are machines that can tap into frequency and rebalance frequency. And there are many ways that that can happen with PEMF, pulse electromagnetic field, with other magnetic fields, with photon, because our bodies do release biophotons. So there are all those ways that we can use energy medicine. And then we can use our own bodies because we can do meditation. We can tap into our own energy centers. We can tap into our own being and where we are in this giant, magnificent universe that we're in. And meditation is probably one of the best ways to feel into that. And then there's actual energy medicine where people can be kind of pure conduits for directing frequency and signal into other people. So that's where I think most people know Reiki, but there's so many different kinds of energy medicine. There's sacred geometry, there's healing touch, acupuncture. Acupuncture's been around. They document what for over 4,000 years, but it's been even longer.
Yeah, it's one of those things when you say energy medicine, people are like, oh, you mean acupuncture? It's like that's a facet, right? That's a little thing.
Right.
That's like saying sports and being like, oh, you mean baseball? It's like, it's one, yes.
It's
There
one
are
of
many
many.
others, many others. And again, everything is energy. So it's all energy and it's all medicine. Like
Right.
lights around you can be sunlight is a form of energy medicine. It's frequency and vibration. So so much of what we see out there is truly energy medicine. And we are at our core energetic and spiritual beings.